I was born in Iowa on a farm. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. We were not brought up in a Christian family. My dad was a violent alcoholic, and so we basically ran away. My mom had put my dad in jail. She tried to remove us from the house, and he stood in front of the car threatening to kill us with a shotgun. So through that process, my dad was put in jail, and we ran to California to a half-sister that we had, and she said that we could live with her. So we basically hid from my dad. Actually, he did find us the first time. After we went out, we stayed with Joyce for a while until my mom found a job and got established. And Dad came out, so we were moving. I probably was in 5 different elementary schools trying to hide. We would move. As soon as he found out where we lived, we'd move, In 8th grade, my mom decided we should go to church. So as a little girl, I went to a little friend's Bible church only for vacation Bible school, to us to do something during the summer. So in 8th grade, we started going to the Midway City Friends Church. And so we got established there, we got connected there. And so when I was in high school, I was 15, they had a summer camp up at Quaker Meadow. And it was up in the Sierra Mountains. So we went up there, and there was a famous baseball player called Albie Pearson, and he was our speaker for the week. So the last night he talked about accepting Christ, and that was on August 20th, 1970. So after he spoke, he walked right over to me. And he said, "Do you want to accept Christ?" And I said, "I do." I came home all excited, and I told my mom when I got home that I accepted Christ. And she said, "That's nice." And then just went on. So I went to high school and was in sports and stuff. And in that time, there was other Christians at high school that I was friends with. And they talked about a little church down in Costa Mesa called Calvary Chapel. So when I was a sophomore and junior, they had concerts almost every weekend. So I went down with friends that drove and stuff, and we started going to Calvary Chapel. They were still in their tent, and I got to see a lot of the bands that were in the movie Jesus Revolution. It was sort of a deja vu when I was watching the movie, because I remember Pirates Cove, and I remember, the bands and stuff like that. So that was fun. Even though years later I reconciled with my dad, and I got the chance to bring my kids back to meet him. And it was a great time for them. Through my story of being a small child and going through that, you think, oh, how sad, or how, but if I didn't go through that, God couldn't work. I know that people hurt and go through things that they never should, especially as kids. But just remember, God has a plan. So if we hadn't, gone through that, I wouldn't have the opportunity to grow up in an area that was just spiritually alive. Just miracle after miracle happened. Yeah, you have sad times. Yes, you might go through stuff, or you might not. But God still has a plan. Embrace everything, because there's a reason that God put you through that, or that He allowed that, because He's going to use it one day.